In this video, we're going to talk about how to calculate a 2's complement of a number, because computers cannot subtract. All right, so in order to subtract, we take the 2's complement of the subtrahend and add it to the minuend. Well, as we've talked about in the first course, if we're going to subtract 1 from 1, the minuend is the top number, the subtrahend is the bottom number. We're going to take the 2's complement of the lower number and add that, and that is how we subtract on a computer. It's a little bit of electronic trickery, but in many cases, numbers are stored in what's called their 2's complement form. And so if you have the negative version of a number, you can add it, and it's very seamless to a computer. So the 2's complement. There are basically 2 simple steps. We flip the bits and we add 1. That's all there is to it, okay? When we flip the bits, if it's a 1, it becomes a 0. If it's a 0, it becomes a 1. It's no harder than that. Don't make it harder than that. It's just that simple. And then we're going to add literally the number 1 in binary form to whatever we get after we flip the bits. Okay, so here's an example. We're going to flip the bits and add 1 to this number. That's 28 in binary, and we're going to take the 2's complement of 28. So the first thing we're going to do is flip all the bits. So what was a 0 becomes a 1, and vice versa. So that is the flipping of the bits. Then we're literally going to add 1. Now, when you're new at this, like I've said many times before, write out all the zeros. Don't try to do this in your head until you know you can do it correctly. And if it's on any kind of an assessment for my class, by the way, make sure you show all your work. Sorry, I sounded like a math teacher there. All right, so let's do it. 0 carry the 1. 0 carry the 1. And then the 1's come down. And that is the 2's complement of 28. Okay? That's how we do it. That is kind of, think of that as the negative version of 28. All right? So let's try another one. Remember our rules. Flip the bits and add 1. That's all we have to do. So we're going to take 254, a big long number. Okay? Bunch of 1's and a 0. So we're going to flip the bits, and that becomes rather trivial all of a sudden. Okay? So we're literally adding effectively binary 1 and 1, and we should get 2. Okay? That's all there is to it. That's how you do a 2's complement. You flip the bits and add 1. In the next video, we're going to complete some subtractions, and then we'll be done with reviewing binary math, because it's really just that simple. To add, we know how to do that. To subtract, we take this 2's complement, and then we're going to show some examples of where we add that back to the minuend and get some results. So I will see you on the other side.